Hello, good evening, and welcome to the NOMEX Racing Formula 2 League. Usual for a Wednesday night, love to see it. And we will be at Miami tonight. We've got a really good turnout. Looking forward to this. As always, we have the one-shot qualifying followed by the reverse top 10 order of qualifying places. Sprint race, which is 12 laps tonight, and a 16-lap feature race. I see Tim's in tonight. He's going to be a big favourite. But we'll probably start 10th when it comes to the sprint race. Miami also a track notable for the fact we could get wet weather tonight, or even mixed conditions. So we'll have to see. One-shot qualifying, as always, is like it's always fun to see it, because do you push as hard as you can, take the risk, and then possibly invalidate your lap time, or do you go a little bit steady and then look to just to put in a solid time? $14 in so far. I believe we've got 17. It's either 16 or 17 tonight. I cannot remember which. So I guess give everybody a couple of minutes just to get in, and we'll see where we go from there. My cat is really moaning at me. I don't know what he wants. He's going to have to wait because it's almost time. $15 in. This is some people are going to miss out here. Obviously, there's only 10 grid positions that are going to get reversed. So some people, you don't want to be that guy that finishes 11th in qualifying, that's for sure. That means you're going to be 11th in the sprint and 11th in the, or further down. But 11th is normally the harshest place. You've just missed out on starting from pole in the sprint race, that's for sure. Big night tonight, even though it's race 8 of the season. We've still got a few races to go, but as you can see, with the number of drivers, it's going to make the constructors championship more important tonight. There we go then. Session about to start. Oh, look at that. Tim's managed to get back in. Get in the car, Tim. There we go. Oh, it's reset. It's reset the counter anyway. That's good. We didn't want Tim missing out, obviously. Here we go then. Here comes the countdown. We've got to pick someone quick, and we're going to stick with that person through qualifying. We'll see who it is. By which I mean I'm just going to spam R2 or L2 a bit, and then we'll land on someone, and that's it. That's who we're getting. Everyone just sorting their setups. So let's close my eyes, and that's who we're going to go with. It's just Dave then. We're going to see just Dave. And he goes over the start-finish line. Super soft tyres, of course. That third out of the first corner. Those are first now. These are live times on the left-hand side. Or live standings, not times. You can't see the times. You see Fudge and Diddley there switching positions. It's because they are so close to each other in this qualifying session. But Dave having a really good start here. Very nice sector one. Comes up to a really good place on the track to overtake. Nice bit of DRS here. This is looking like a very, very solid lap. This is really awkward. I think we'll see people picking up penalties tonight, because just around here, this curb in particular, and then into, ooh, look at how dodgy that is. Dave's got over that well. Now the longest straight on the track, and you get DRS here as well, which helps you no end. I can tell you, there's lots of overtaking opportunities down this straight into the left-hand hairpin. Just a couple of S's, maybe the one S before you are over the start-finish line again. But Dave has put it on pole position, as you can see. Nave, Ace and Ice One all struggling there in qualifying. Bucko as well. That is the both the beauty and the heartbreak of a one-shot qualifying. So we have the full final qualifying standings, and Fudge will start on pole position in the sprint race. Thanos had a pretty terrible lap. I'm sure he'll say that himself, but and was on, he had that horrible 11th place, but he's not going to be starting at the back of the grid, because you all you have to do is in this one-shot qualifying a lot of times is get a time in, and it's good enough to move you up the grid. Here we go then. sprint race first. We're underway, and there we go. Looks like everyone got away safely, which is the main thing. Let's just quickly check the tyres. And as we can see, everyone on the mediums. Sprint race, you're under no obligation to pit. And Shane ran really wide there. Down to 14th. Caution already in sector 1. That's, is that Nade at the back? Yeah. See, massive incident already. Green flags again though. A good start from Fudge actually. Tim in 7th position. Had a good start there. Ice 1 and Ace, 9 and 10th respectively. Both had really good starts too. Dave up to 5th. That's a really, really strong start. Fudge has held the lead here. He's got Quinton just behind him. Craig. Oh no! Oh no! Disaster for Fudge there. He's in the wall. That horrible, horrible chicane. As I told you, it is really, really dangerous, and you've just seen why. Quinton now has pulled out almost a 2-second gap. I think everyone slowed down a little bit, just being a bit cautious, which I understand. Dave is now up to 2nd, passing his teammate Tim up to 3rd. Quinton Gaming 1:45.1, currently with a 2.1 second lead. Ace has DNF'd. Such a horrible track for this. Giathanos taking 10 seconds already, speeding in the pit lane. That's not what we want to see. This is currently the battle for 2nd. It's between Dave and Tim, but Lewis, Pandaman, Craig and Aidan all close behind. We'll be looking to make a move at some point. Gap is closing between Dave and Quinton at the front, down to 1.8 seconds. This battle here, Lewis has lost a lot of positions there, as you can see, down to 7th. Looks like he has wing damage. Is that the front left end plate? He's really struggling. I believe so, yeah, there you go. It's not the easiest car to damage, the F2 car either, so. Must have been a big shunt. Or a big bit of contact with a wall or whatever. Gap now, 1.5 seconds. Quinton has to hold on. Hold on as much as possible. When that DRS kicks in, Tim and Dave will be battling each other. As you see, just Dave into 2nd. Tim's looking to get into 2nd position here. He's got the inside line. He's just going to cut Dave off a little bit. Yes, he's gone through. And as you see, Quinton's managed to get a couple of tenths while those two are battling. And that's ideal for him. More yellow flags. Oh, and we see Aidan getting pit manoeuvred there into the wall by Craig, I believe. Or maybe it was Ice One. Who knows? Lewis has retired from the session, and already 2 DNFs. Still following this battle for 2nd position. Gap back down to 1.6. As you see, Tim and Dave side by side. He just tucks in behind. This is not the place you want to try and overtake. You see the bollard there. Well, you can't see the bollard there. That's the whole point. It's gone. There we go then. He's behind now. Gap 2.6 and increasing. Dave with the DRS then. Let's see if he can get through. He's got the inside line. Not quite. It's very close. Might get through now. Yes, Tim struggling out of the corner there. And Dave makes a move back into second position. Puts in the fastest lap of the race so far too. Really good. Remember, he's already got a couple of points for that really sound showing in qualifying. Qualify first, you get 2 points in F2. So let's not forget about the rest of the grid as Dave really closes in now. If he gets DRS on Quinton, I mean, very difficult for Tim, and I think he has. I think he's managed to get it. We'll see momentarily. See if that rear wing opens. Yeah, it does. Quinton's in trouble because he doesn't have DRS now. Maybe not here, but definitely down that long straight. Yeah, the rest of the pack. Anyway, yeah. Pandaman Gaming running in fourth, 4 seconds behind, losing time, but managing to keep Ice One very honest. Who's 3.3 seconds behind Pandaman Gaming. Aiden close in on Ice One. Got DRS, so that could be something to look out for. But Aiden does take 3 seconds. The old commentator's curse, as always. And we've got Shane and Craig teammates battling one another as well. So lots of close battles on the track. And we see, I think Bucko has had a bit of an issue there. Possibly. No, actually. I think it's Diddley. Anyway. Here comes Dave, looking to take second position. Tim is now the fastest driver on the track. Nothing between these front three. And I have to say Quinton's doing a really good job of holding off with these two as much as he can. Just based on, you know, he's not got DRS. Diddley has come into the pits and he's got a 10-second penalty. He's retired from the session. We've got caution in sector 3 because of that. He is in the pit, so that's fine. We'll get green flags. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say pretty much straight away. Dave is trying to get him some clean air there. As Tim is trying to make that move. He's on the inside. Dave's got a good opportunity here. If he can get close. He doesn't want to risk it, does he? And I don't blame him. Well, that's 3 seconds for Tim. Oh my word. Very early in this race too. It's only lap 5. We're not even halfway through the race yet. We'll be at the start of lap 7. And he's got 3 seconds for multiple track limit warnings. Miami very notorious for that. Especially with that chicane there. In sector 2. Oh, looked like a bit of contact there. I think everyone's okay though. You can see we're on board with the campus racing driver, Just Dave. And he's looking pretty solid in 3rd position right now. Both Quinton and Dave know they just need to stay within DRS of Tim, and they will finish above him due to that 3-second penalty. That does require them not to take, or not to incur penalties of their own. Let's go a bit further down, and this is the battle for 7th position. You can see Fudge and Shane really having a go at each other. Craig's just dropped back a little bit from this battle. Looks like Fudge has got wing damage, front left end plate there. But so is Shane, to be fair. So, yeah, tough one. see the car going through there. That's I believe that's Giathanos unlapping himself, so don't worry too much about that. Oh, quite a big kiss on the wall there from Shane, and lots and lots of damage for these drivers. As Fudge has managed to retake 7th position, gets through on Shane. Shane's going to have an opportunity though, down the straight. We'll see what he can do. You see in the background there, the blue and the blue flags are out because that's Giathanos that's in front of them. I think that might give Fudge DRS though, and it has, which actually is going to come in real handy defending against Shane. You just have to be under a second behind the car in front, going over the DRS detection line. It doesn't take into account whether that car's a lap down or a lap up on you or whatever. Just be within a second and you get DRS, and as you can see, Fudge uses that to his full advantage. Back to the top 3 then, and no change as yet, as we have just passed the halfway stage of this sprint race. And as you can see, it's very, very close between everyone at the front, all the top 3. Pandaman Gaming has dropped down to 7.7 back. Ice1's actually closed the gap quite significantly on Pandaman Gaming. Then we'll have to see if that changes at all, although he has dropped back again. And we see Quinton going through on Tim. Oh, and they both took each other out. Oh my word. No damage for Tim. Not sure about Quinton. We didn't quite see the wing there, but that is given Dave the lead of the race by a very, very significant margin. 5 seconds and climbing. I just think Quinton didn't quite get the traction, and to get around a corner, and he went a bit wide, and unfortunately took Tim with him. Hey, Tim just giving him a little. Oh, Tim's off again. Well, I mean, I don't think Quinton did anything wrong there. Tim down to 4th position. With that 3-second penalty, he's going to be behind Ice1. So, absolutely devastating for him right now. Remember, this is our championship leader in the Sunday Formula 1 League. Giathanos with 3 seconds for multiple track limit warnings. But yeah, Tim, he is leading the championship in the Formula 1 League, the Sunday evening league, and I would have had him as a big, big favourite tonight. He's not having it all his own way. Okay, he qualified in 2nd, so he's going to be on the front row for the feature race. But yeah, he's not really got to grips with the track or the car yet, which is quite surprising to see. Looking to pass Pandaman Gaming, and does. You go a little bit further behind, you can see Fudge right on the back of Aiden now. Maybe trying to make a move. And there's teammates again. It's Shane and Craig. Always a good battle between these two. Craig just behind, but not by much. So let's see what Fudge can do here. Aiden's not going to get DRS, we know this. And Fudge is really tucked in behind. Got that wing damage, as we know, the front left end plate. On the inside, let's see how they get through this. No, Aiden's got the momentum with the outside line there, and has managed to hold position. Although he is under a lot of pressure, so, you know, got to be careful. Pandaman Gaming was a second down on Tim, but now look at him, he's caught back up. Over a second it was, and he's slowed down again. I think Tim's just having little moments tonight where he's kind of struggling. Let's go back down to this battle for 6th though. This is a good little battle between both Fudge and Aiden. Aiden, of course, currently holding 6th position. And I think the car behind is, it's either Bucco or Giathanos. We can find out. It's not Bucco because he's not going the right way. Look at this. Man's in reverse. And he's got no front wing. It is Giathanos. Let's get on board with him, actually, because he's just behind. He's got a really, really good view of this battle. So on board with Giathanos. Oh, and Aiden. With a big mistake there. I think what's going to help him is he's going to have... he's probably going to have DRS, I think. I think he's going to be close enough. He does have that 3 seconds, though, as Craig picks up 3 seconds for multiple track limit warnings. Yeah, he's going to be close enough to Giathanos where he will get DRS. It will allow him to close the gap, hopefully. Just Dave, though, having a real good time. The gap has closed. It was over 5 seconds. But I think he's just making sure that he makes no big mistakes. No huge errors or anything like that. And takes home the win in the sprint race. So Giathanos has retired from the session. That is very rare. So you know he's struggling if he's retired. And Aiden 1.1 behind. Going to try and close the gap. Remember, he's got to be within a second when they go across that DRS detection line, which is coming up. 1.2 is the gap. Going down to 1.1. I don't think he's going to be close enough. I think he's going to miss out here. Chance to really close the gap, and he's not managed to get DRS. He's got a little bit of time here, though, still, to get within a second. She is closing the gap. Oh, look at the smoke coming off of Fudge's tyres there. Aiden's damage looks to be the front right end plate. That's 3 seconds for Fudge, which has actually evened things up between these two. Both of them have 3 seconds for track limit warnings, and did Aiden manage to sneak in, get some DRS there? I'm about to find out. I'm not sure. No, he didn't quite. He has closed the gap though. Ooh, and there's Fudge. Wow, he's managed to keep that pointing in the right direction somehow. And that's that damage. Obviously, you kind of don't want to pit in a sprint race because it ruins any chances that you might have, or any ambition you might have of scoring good points. But staying out is also a risk, as you can see. Struggling for control. Managed to close the gap to less than a second though. So we'll pick up DRS at some point. Let's see if we can get close enough. I've heard a beat, I imagine. No, but he hasn't. It's only the F1 cars that beat. What am I talking about? Let's go then. We'll just close the gap now. Just 3 or 4 tenths back, and we've got a long straight with DRS to come. So in a good position. You can see because they both have front wing damage, but on the opposite sides. You see one of them struggling to get around left-handers, and the other one struggling to get around right-handers. Depending on the track, it makes a massive difference. There he goes then. Aiden leaving just about enough space. Difficult to defend. Our race leader Dave has started lap 12. Aiden got the inside lap. Fudge going round the outside. 2 trailer park girls. Going to make it stick or not? We'll see. I think, yeah, just about. Now it's up to Aiden to stay within range and reverse that and get that 6th place finish. I think the play here is to wait for the DRS. unless obviously Fudge makes a mistake, and pass where Fudge is unable to defend. So we're about to see this first DRS zone, and 4/10 is the gap. Really closing up now. Aiden's gone down the inside. Oh, I'm not sure. It's a good pass, but I'm not sure it's the correct manoeuvre. Because if he's in front, going down that long straight, he's going to really have problems here. We'll stick with them. Dave's going to come over the line in first position. We're going to stick with these guys all the way till the end. I think this is a really good battle. It deserves our attention. So here we go then. Fudge pulls alongside. He's going to get through on Aiden. Aiden's going to go round the outside here. Takes back the position. Has he gone too wide though? He's going to have better momentum out of the corner. They're neck and neck. And it's going to be Fudge that takes it. He has took that less than 3/10 between them. So we've got the running order there. So Dave wins the race from Quinton. Tim battled back to third position there and managed to hold it. So fair play to him. I think Pandaman Gaming there in fourth position with a good race too. Yeah, just Dave going from 10th right up to the top step on the podium there. That was a good race. Really, really, really interesting race and a good watch. There you go. He's got the British flag out. Love to see it. Before we see him getting champagne though, we won't watch that yet. So we can see the full standings. Dave from Quinton then, and followed by Tim and Pandaman Gaming. Ice won with a really, really good 5th position. Fudge in 6th, as we saw. Aiden in 7th, just behind. And then Nade with 8th position. Shane and Craig 9 and 10th battling from start to finish there, as they often do. Followed by Bucko, Giathanos, Diddley, Lewis and Ace. A lot of DNFs there. Fastest lap goes to Tim. No bonus for the fastest lap in the sprint race. And you can see 5 people didn't manage to finish, which is unsurprising really, given how difficult this track can be. Minimal grip, high tyre wear, and very, very dangerous corners. We're now going to go into the feature race, which is 16 laps long. There is a mandatory pit stop. If you don't stop, then just do the whole 16 laps. A, you're absolutely mental, and B, you'll be disqualified. Dry weather though for the feature race, which is good. I did say before qualifying that it is possible we get some form of wet weather here, whether it just be a light shower or a downpour. It's very much possible here in Miami, but fortunately we don't have that right now, and I think that's important because it lends itself to closer racing and better racing. Here we go then, we're underway for the feature race. No messing about here. Lewis up to 2nd, Tim down into 3rd. Remember, he started on the front row. He's having a real good battle here. He's managed to get back 2nd position. Green flags, it looks like everybody's managed to get away. Everyone on the super softs. So a very, very similar strategy is going to be used by everyone. Not necessarily everyone on the same lap, especially teammates don't want to double stack. As Diddley goes through into fifth, but Aiden defends really well, takes the position back. Diddley does have an inside line. Ooh, kissed the wall there, and that's going to cost him. Drop back there a little bit. See, Ice One already up to 13th after that disastrous qualifying session. Tim has moved up into first position. You see everybody coming round to this really nasty chicane. Everybody getting through clean though. Ooh, and Nade having a bit of an issue there. You take too much out of the corner there as you're going the right-hander, and you can get in all sorts of trouble. You end up with all four wheels off the track, and obviously then you've got no control. It's not a hovercraft. It's not UFO 2024. These are Formula One cars, and if you're flying in the air, you're going to be struggling to control where the car ends up. It's battle for third position right now. You can see 6 drivers on board with Fudge right now, who's in 8th position. Look at all them in front. You see Diddley again struggling for traction a little bit. In front actually, because look at just Dave, he's very, very close. These front two have pulled away. Dave having a little look, not going to risk it though. Credit to Quinton as well, 3rd position in the standings right now. Had an excellent sprint race, and is doing a really good job here. And we've got green flags, we've got yellow flags. What are we having here? We're having a virtual safety car. You see Bucko and Aiden. Oh, Aiden's got no front wing. Look at the debris on the track there. You see Bucko. Oh, oh my word. Who's that? That's Diddley facing the wrong way. Fortunately, it's not real life. He gets a 10-second penalty for that as well. He's out. He's done. He's out of the race. Yeah. Fortunately, it's not real life. So, whoa! You see there, Bucko really struggling with the grip. And so, if you're facing the wrong way, or being lapped, or returning to track, most likely you're gonna be ghosted, so it doesn't affect other people. Still just a BSC, so it's not going to make a difference to when DRS is going to be coming or anything like that. And we'll just get green flags and we'll be ready to go. Pandaman Gaming in the pits. We'll see, he might call it there. We'll have to see. I fancy his chances to move up a few positions though. It's a long road back. I assume he puts the hardest possible tyres on, which are the mediums, by the way. They did go 12 laps in the sprint race, so he could just stay out until the end here. Longer pit stops, of course, just because you're in an F2 car and you get the F2 mechanics as well. You don't get 7 guys changing one tyre. You've got to wait. So let's go back up to the battle for first position. I think Bucko's struggling a bit there. Looks like to me. Is he still going? Let's quickly have a look. It's not Bucko. Who's this then? Oh yeah, it's Bucko. He's facing the wrong way. He might have an issue with his steering wheel, it looks like to me. Because he's just sat there. He's going to get disqualified if he doesn't move. Yeah, there you go. Parked in a dangerous location. That could be a steering wheel issue. I've seen that before. He's left now because he's been disqualified. But yeah, it's not the first time I've seen someone's steering wheel disconnects, and so you know they're scrambling around to reconnect it, and by the time they've done so, they've been disqualified from the session. That is really unfortunate when that happens. Might have been why he went into the wall. He could have been going at full speed, and then it disconnects and he can't turn. Green flags again though. We're on lap 4 of 16. We're about a quarter of the way through the race. Or coming up to a quarter of the way through the race. And currently, Dave and Tim 3 seconds ahead of everyone else. Dave in a nice position here. Second, he's going to be towed along by the DRS. That's a 3-second penalty for Lewis for multiple warnings. Currently running in 4th position, so a little bit annoyed at that. Ace with 3 seconds as well. See, Iceone's got 10. He's going to take that 10 seconds when he pits in. One would assume. And it's these two at the front. We'll see how far they want to try and take these super softs. As always, as Dave puts in the fastest lap of the race, but Quinton then takes it, which is very impressive considering he's had no boost with the DRS or anything. So running really well tonight, Quinton. And that's 10 seconds for Shane, speeding in the pit lane. That's, if you're a regular tuning into these streams, you'll know how much that frustrates me. And if you don't, well, just look at any other stream where anyone's got a 10-second penalty. Yeah. So Dave in a nice position. Just chugging along here. Getting help with the DRS, which will help his tyres as well, by the way. You don't have to push as hard as long as he's in within a second. But the question is, when are these guys going to pit in? The undercut, as always, very strong. Is a big feature of the game, undercuts being very overpowered. And we'll have to see if these guys pit in early. We're coming towards the end of lap 5. So you'd think that the mediums could do something from here. They did last 12 laps in the sprint race. And yeah, it looks like Tim's going in. So Dave's really got to get his foot down here. Otherwise he's going to lose out on a couple of seconds just from one lap. So have to be really careful. You see Tim drop. He will drop down quite a few places. You see the pit crew there. To get their own tyres and whatnot. Oh, woe is me. But obviously that makes a big time difference in your stop. Another 10 seconds for somebody there. Might have been Ace, maybe, speeding in the pit lane. So Tim has gone on the mediums, and he's currently running 9th, as you can see, quite far behind. But those fresh mediums are going to be quicker than the super softs, I can assure you of that. And we're going to have to just see if he can start to move through the pack. And if Dave does come in at the end of this lap, which I imagine he will, we will have to see what sort of time Tim can make up. And if he can use the undercut to his advantage. So 3 seconds for it's Lewis, now a total of 6 seconds. It looks like that's going to be quite costly. I think he's really pushing for that 3rd place, and because of the state of his tyres, he's having a hard time. He's kind of over pushing. And he's just took a bit of damage there, I don't know how much. So Dave is coming in. No penalties for speeding the pit lane, unlike Lewis, who's just took 10 seconds. Here we are then. Let's get on board with Tim. Oh, Thanos. Had to be a bit careful there. Ran a little bit wide, but didn't affect him at all. That's good to see. So where's he going to come out? Dave, he's already behind. How far behind, though? That is the question. He's just coming out the pits now. And as you can see, 3.1 seconds the gap. And he's just got to get up to speed, so that might increase a little bit. As Lewis has retired from session. Alright, Diddley. How are you doing? A bit unlucky in the race tonight, mate. Yeah, Dave, I think he's been done by the undercut. Well, I don't think. I know he's been done by the undercut. So he's got to really put his foot down. Tim did make quite a few mistakes in the sprint race, though. So definitely still a big chance for Dave to get that race win. And trying to see if he's... Yeah, his car's fully intact. He's got no damage or anything. Quinton's doing a really good job, by the way. He's currently running P3, or net P3. And there's 3 at the front there. Ice 1, Craig and Nade, all yet to pit. Or maybe they've already pitted at least once. Let's check the tyres. No, they're the last 3, and haven't managed. Have managed the tyres well, but haven't pitted in yet. Evening, Dreamer. Always good to see you in here. My main man here. Yeah, very eventful. Really good sprint race, and it looks like this is turning out to be a really good feature race too. Yeah, we kind of caught the back end of that, Diddley. You'll have to tell us your actual perspective on it. We didn't. I suspected there was contact, but wasn't 100% sure. And obviously, I only get to see these things one time in real time, and sometimes just the back end of a clip. You know, if I can't predict the future, I didn't know that you were going to have it, but. You'll have to tell us what went on there. Tim has got within DRS of Nade, and that could be massive, because if he can get a bit of DRS here, he's going to have to pull away from Dave. Dave's got it all to do. His tyres are one lap fresher, but I think he should have pitted in at the same time as Tim. Honestly, do. Nah. Top geezer, Dreamer. Don't even worry about it. There we go then. Yep, Tim. He's going to take the lead of the race. There's no way Nade can defend on those tyres that are that old. So gap's about 3.4, 3.5. 3 seconds for Shane for actually just cutting a corner. Can't believe what Nade's doing here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, he is on the super softs. I'm not sure this is a good strategy. I think he's gone a bit too far on those super softs, because he's just going to drop like a stone now in terms of his position. He'd be lucky if he's within DRS range at the next DRS detection line. Yeah, is he going to just about make it? I think he might have just got it there. Let's see. No, I don't think he... No, he didn't. So, yeah, lost out. Yeah, he might be. Yeah, no, that's a good shout. If there is a safety car, he could be within a shout, but there's been a lot of incidents, so we've not seen one yet, so I don't know. It's tough for him. I think he's got to commit to it right now, hasn't he? He's already, you know, at this point, he stayed out so long, he has to commit. High tyre wear around here as well, so to get... What? almost 9 full laps. It's going to be 9 full laps, even if he pits in. Out of the super softs, that's really impressive. Unless he's got something up his sleeve as well. He's down now to 3rd position. I think he has come into the pits, to be fair. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's come in. I think Dave's still got a shout here. Gap down to 1.8. It was over, what, he's 3.5 as he came out of the pits. So he's took a big chunk. He's took half of that time out. I wonder what Nade's going to go on here. He's gone on mediums. Alright, fair. He is going to be able to absolutely smash this. I'll probably get a fast lap as well, to be fair, Nade. Let's go up to the front then. And let's ride on board with Dave and see if he can close the gap. He's got down to 1.5, look. And if you saw the sprint race, he definitely got the pace, and Tim's got an error in him. So, far from over. It's still, what, 6.5 laps left. You think Dave will win this? He's dropped back a little bit. He's 2 tenths there. But again, closed the gap up. He took another 10th out. He is really quick. He's very, very good. You know what? It's always good to see Tim challenged. He gets on a Sunday in the Formula 1 cars. He's leading the championship and he wins a lot of races. But he doesn't always have it his own way. You know, he's always in close battles. So it's always good to see him in that. Yeah, Tim. That's like Dave's had a superb evening so far. And even if he finishes second here, it will be a really, really good night for him. But it's Tim, isn't it? I can never back against him. It's, you know what I mean? How many titles has he won in a row? Not just races, actual championships has he won in a row. The man is if you're a rookie driver, just getting into the game and you want to learn how to play, just watch him. Watch the lines he takes and where he brakes and where he accelerates. I've always said that about Tim. Very smooth. He's not dirty either. You get some drivers that are fast. And in fairness, Dave's not either. But you know, you get some drivers that are really fast but they've got no racecraft whatsoever. And he's not. Neither of these two are like that. Dave's closed the gap again though. Oh, so he's got 2 titles himself in an F2 car. Okay, so this is his speciality. Look at this. He's going to get DRS. He might not get it here. Let's just have a quick look. No, but look, 0.8 is the gap. We're going to stay with these at the front, obviously. This is, you know, feature race. All that's massively costly. At that corner as well, 3 seconds. I think now Dave is actually in charge of this race. I absolutely agree with you now. That 3 seconds is that's going to make, yeah, because Dave doesn't even have to pass now. He can take his time, stay within DRS, and just coast until the end. That's all he has to do. He doesn't have to like overly go for it and commit on corners and stuff. He can stay within the track limits and just stay within DRS range. I think we'll see Tim get some DRS here, but I'm not sure. You know, in the long run, I'm not sure how much of a difference it's going to make. definitely been the even if things stay the same and Dave ends up somehow finishing second, he's still driver of the day, isn't he? He's been just unbelievably good. I wouldn't rule Tim out of winning this on track though. I still think he's got a good chance, but I think the 3 seconds of penalties, that's really going to harm him. Ice-One just forgetting there's a corner there and just cutting it out of his lap, gets 3 seconds. I've always been a big believer, I say it a lot actually, that I think not getting any time penalties for track limits, speeding in pit lane, corner cutting, whatever, I just feel like if you don't get any penalties, it almost just guarantees you to finish in the points position. And because most drivers will take at least 3 seconds of penalties, it's always good if you can just stay within the track limits and the speeding in the pit lane thing as well, obviously. Yeah, the 3 seconds here have probably devastated Tim in terms of being able to win the race. He'll still want to win it on track. I know Tim. He won't give up, that's for sure. You see Aidan in 7th now, going past Shane. As I say, we're probably going to stick with this one until the end of the race. This is the battle for first position. We'll see who can get it on the track. Dave can't get any closer to the back of Tim there. Taking full advantage. I actually think he's probably doing to Tim what Tim likes to do to other people. I think he might be purposefully staying, just hold him back. You know, I might as well just I'll stay behind. I'll make the pass on the last lap. And even if I don't, as long as I stay within 3 seconds, I've won anyway. So, very, very much a big brain play here from Dave. I like to see it. It seems like he's just holding back a little bit. He's got much. Well, I say much. He's got 1 lap fresher tyres, so he does have that going for him. A little touch maybe there. Nothing major, nothing drastic. It's a little touch from both of them there. They've got yellow flags out in sector 2, and I think that might be. Who could that be? I thought it might be Ace. But it might. No, I think it's Giathanos actually. Yeah, you see, he's really intelligent with what he's doing here, Dave. You see Tim do this a lot. He's going to have a look. He's got the inside line here. Keeping that pressure on Tim as well. Make sure he doesn't have it easy. So we've got less than 2 laps, and this is the battle for first position between Tim, who is the championship leader, a multiple-time champion in the Sunday League, in the Formula 1 cars, against just Dave, who has a huge pedigree in these Formula 2 cars. Dave looking very much the favourite. See DRS, he's got the inside now, he's going to make the pass. Wheel to wheel. And Tim's, I think he's managed to hold position there. Just about. Dave doing the sensible thing. He doesn't have to overly exert himself. He doesn't have to take the risk. He can, alright, you take the position back. I'll just tuck in behind. It's all good for me. Do you think he waits on this last lap for that particular DRS zone and takes him there, so there's no chance of him being passed? We'll have to see. Now DRS again here. Really, really good battle between these two all evening. Unfortunately, in the sprint race, Quinton and Tim had a coming together, and then afterwards Tim made a couple of mistakes, either through warm tyres or just a slight loss of concentration, and we didn't get to see this in the sprint race, but we are getting to see it now. And we're going to ride on board with Dave, and let's see if he decides to go for it and make the pass. I think he hangs back here, although it does look like he's hanging back. Oh, Tim's broke late there. Dave's gone through. Okay, so Dave now, the race leader, has done quite frankly, an excellent job of cutting the lead. Tim did get the undercut. It was over 3.5 seconds clear at one stage, but Dave has looked like a real menace all night. He's done a great job. Fair play to him. Of course, Tim's not going to give up. He's got DRS. He's going to have a go. He's looking. He's side by side. He's going to get the inside line. There might be a switchback on here. They're all literally side by side. Dave has managed to retake the lead. He's going to come over the line. He's going to win the race. He wins the sprint race and the feature race here in Miami. Tim in second. Here comes Quinton. Double podium. Really, really good evening for him. Fudge about to cross the line in fourth, but will drop down a position. Because here comes Nade. Going to cross the line in fifth, but those penalties costing Fudge there, down to fifth. Here comes Craig in sixth position. Will hold his position. Yeah, 10 seconds for not serving his penalty. I think he'll hold position here. And, yep, here comes Aidan. Shane about to cross the line in 8th, but will lose position. Ice One will move up from 9th to 8th. Oh, Shane, actually. Pandaman Gaming moved up to 8th. I didn't notice him there. Aces across the line. We're just waiting on Gia Thanos. Almost there. So we'll get on board with Dave so we can see him celebrating. Yeah, absolutely fantastic evening of racing. And the qualifying lap from Dave was great to watch. He got pole position. And he's won both the sprint and the feature in really close battles, but close, clean battles. Sometimes, especially in the F2 league, because these cars are a bit like, they're a bit tanky, you know. Big, heavy beasts. You do see a bit of shunting, but no, these guys have been clean. There we go. There's Dave celebrating. Delighted with that. That's the three-peat. First, and first. That's not the overall driver of the day there. I think there's only one man we can give it to. He has won all 3 sessions, qualifying the sprint and the feature race. I think driver of the day today has got to be Dave. And there he is with his trophy. Yeah, the thumbs up. He is delighted with himself. Rightfully so. Very good second place there for Tim. And Quentin, double podium. In fact, all 3 of these were top 3 in both the sprint and the feature race. So, congratulations to all of them. As we see, Dave getting the fast lap as well by quite a margin. Dave picking up the points and maximum points for the weekend, as you see. It's very, very well done from him. But that's going to be it for tonight from Miami. Congratulations to everyone who scored points tonight. and finish the race. It definitely isn't the easiest track, Miami, so fair play. We are back, same channel on Sunday. That'll be 7 p.m. UK for the Formula 1. But as for the Formula 2 season, same time, or same start time next week. And we'll have a look at the calendar and we can see next week is Portugal. And that's going to be a good race. A track we don't see too often, but absolutely a track that I enjoy. Not everybody does, I can guarantee that though. Just before I go, thank you for tuning in. As always, love having you here watching with me. And it's great to see some interaction there in the chat too. That's always nice. Thank you to Ice One for inviting me into this league. And thank you to Ace, the boss man, for allowing me to commentate. It's no worries, Dreamer. It's a pleasure. I absolutely love doing it. But we will see you on Sunday. And if you can't make Sunday, make sure you get in for the Formula 2 next week. This is a cracking season. It's been fantastic. So anyway, yeah, as I say, enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully see you Sunday. If not, same time next week for the Formula 2. Good evening, everyone.